friends, who's in here, Angel Intuitive and Spiritual Guidance Counselor. We got some new cards that are pretty cool. Simple but cool. And again, my hair is being weird. These are messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle by Dr. Stephen Farmer. He does all the animal stuff, which is pretty cool. But this is a new deck. I don't know when it came out, but I just discovered it when they have the Christmas sales at Hay House. Because I have a wholesale account there because I retail, but when they do the Christmas sales, just so y'all know, save some money. November, usually pre-Thanksgiving sales stuff, they do really good deals. So anyway, and check clearance stuff too. Sometimes you can get, sometimes they do dollar specials. It's pretty sweet. Which is why I have my gift shop, but I tend to just give stuff away because I tend to get it cheaper. But then there are the things that I pay full price, retail, and I give because that's just what I do. Not real smart sometimes. All right, let's get to that. Messages from the Spirits of Nature. Ooh, this is nice. Air. And I looked that up. That Rauch, which is Hebrew. I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that. But that just means breath of life or essence of God, spiritual energy, basically. Generic term. But that's pretty cool. So what does this say? So these are all numbered. This is the first one. Whoops. Number 1. So now I'm hearing that song because I just watched this dark, it wasn't really a scary movie, but it was kind of a dark movie. But they were playing the Hollies. All I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. So what do we need? We need air. We need oxygen. We need breath. Breath of life. Breath is life. That is our chi. That's also what that word means. Chi, energy, life, breath, spirit energy. What is the importance of that? How can we look at that? We can look at that so many different ways. Besides the fact that we need breath, air, oxygen, because that is life. Breathing life into something, you know that saying. We're just going to go through a couple of these just for fun, because it's a new deck. So breathing is vital. Breathing is vital. I think that's why that's number 1, is because it's one of the most important things. That, and then probably water and sleep. Sleep is a beautiful thing. Sleep eludes me sometimes. This one's fun. And we'll play with these too. I'm just kind of going through a couple of them because, yeah, I'm so burnt out. Tired. Speaking of lack of sleep. Yeah, I keep screwing up my schedule. So yeah, I had someone down and I was saving a spot for her because I've been so busy, and apparently when I did book her, I skipped over that thing. Thinking it was somebody else, and she's coming in a couple weeks, so I kind of, oh well, I screwed up. So I did some dusting that needed to be done, and now I'm doing this. So the second card, Apple Tree, Abundance. Ah, look at that. So again, these are nature. I love trees. You know me and my trees. Hugging my trees. Yeah, look at that. Look at all the apples. Apples. What else do apples represent? So back in the old days, back when I was a kid, or even before that, I guess, because I don't remember ever doing it, bringing an apple to the teacher because it's like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Apple is health. Apples also, because of the teacher aspect, that represents education, knowledge, because there's a difference, big difference. So I kind of like that too. So knowledge is abundance. Knowledge leads to abundance. And I'm not talking education. I'm not talking schooling or a higher level indoctrination, but actual knowledge leads to abundance. Not just financial abundance, but the abundance of thought, of which brings us love and joy and guides us to more knowledge, I think, in my humble opinion. The more you know. The little star in the rainbow on the Saturday cartoons. The more you know. Always loving these. Butterfly, regeneration. Third card. Regeneration. So yes, what do butterflies represent? Transformation, regeneration. New frontiers. And again, we're coming up to a full moon. Almost said new one. Coming up to a full moon with a lunar eclipse, which again with the eclipse, that kind of boosts the energy of the moon, and more transformation, more regeneration, strengthening. Interesting. We're going to do one more. We'll do one more. For fun. Cave, initiative. This is the fourth card. This is kind of cool. It makes me happy looking at that. You would think cave, claustrophobic. No. It looks so peaceful. Look at that. You see all the green in there and the water. See the reflection? Initiative. That's interesting. I'm curious to see what his thoughts are on this. Cave. See, what I get on this one is with the cave, it's going inward, going into your safe space, which is going into your heart center, tuning into yourself, and then taking that initiative to grow, because there's so much growth there. There's lots of little ferns. I don't know if you can see little ferns down here. Lots of green, lots of growth. And see, his little arms are up there, or this person's arms are up in that triumphant stance. So taking the initiative to grow, going back to the regeneration with the butterfly, but transforming yourself, taking steps to go further, go deeper maybe, because into the cave, right? So maybe we're going deeper in, taking that initiative to go deeper. But I am kind of curious what he thinks of this one. Oh, and there's the air one, Ruach. Ruach. That's how you pronounce that. Ruach. Ratch. Yeah, it's bad. Cave. Initiation. Derp. See what I mean about being burnt out? I can't even read anymore. I'm thinking initiative. Take the initiative. Initiation. Okay, that's a little different, sort of. Let's see. A cave, also called a cavern, is a natural opening in the earth. One that has an entry point sometimes large enough for one person to enter. In all cultures and throughout history, caves are prevalent motifs in myths and legend. Going into a cave is considered an entry to the womb of Mother Earth. Oh, that's kind of cool. A place of creation. There we go. Initiation, that makes sense. A place of creation as well as life and death. Caves can also represent the subconscious. Okay, it's like I say, going within, where stored or repressed memories and instinctual drivers are contained until they are ready to make themselves known to the person's conscious awareness. All right. Interesting. Although at times you have felt overwhelmed, here's the message for the card, for his little dealie. Although at times you have felt overwhelmed by the dark period you have experienced recently, this very challenging cycle has created the opportunity to confront and embrace those inner demons and shadowy elements in yourself that have been hiding behind the mask of your practice persona. I like that, practice persona. Who do we pretend to be? Who do we practice to be? Right? The task of acknowledging these shadows without shame or self-criticism has continued throughout this period, and now you have a greater capacity to be aware of them and know that they no longer hold power over you. Initiation. Initiation to take the initiative. It's still cool. Whatevs. Alright, so the short video suddenly became long. Anywho, that's kind of fun. What's nature telling you? Listen to nature. Go out in nature and listen. Listen. Psychic ears, actual ears, eyes. Go listen to nature and have a beautiful natural message week.